Hey guys, welcome. I'm Jenna and today we are doing a first impressions. So this is the Glaminatrix Cream and Powder Blush Duo. This is a fairly new release from Glaminatrix Cosmetics. They released this on Boxing Day and it was part of their Boxing Day sales. So I picked one of these up. They do have 3 shades available. I got the shade Muted Mocha, which I'll open this up and show you in a minute. But they also have like a berry tone and then more of a pink one. I will also pull it up on the website and actually tell you prices and everything like that as well. But this is what the outer packaging looks like. Just a plain black cardboard unit carton, and then they have their gold writing on the front, and then on the back we've got all of the ingredients of the actual product. And then one thing I do like about this is they have, there we go. One thing I do like is that they've actually put the expiry date on here, which I think is fantastic. So that's what the outer packaging looks like. Before I actually show you the product, I'm going to bring it up on the website and tell you how much it costs and everything like that. Okay, so the 3 shades you can get are Berry Nice, which is berry tone obviously, Think Pink, which is a lighter sort of pink, and then Muted Mocha, which is the one that I have. You can also get them in a value bundle. So if you're buying them individually, they are $35. If you're buying the bundle, it is $90. Now, one thing that I did notice on the website is that you can't actually find them under the blush category because they have liquid blushes as well, but these aren't under the blush section. So you will either have to actually search them, so search Cream and Powder Blush Duo, or you can find them under the value bundles section. I don't know why they've done it like that. Maybe they just forgot to put it under the blush section, but anyway, you can't find it under that, so you'll have to actually look elsewhere. So this is the actual product itself. It is in just like a light plastic container. This is the cream and then this is the powder blush. So as I said, this is the shade Muted Mocha. Now the first thing I thought when I saw this was it's quite small. I was expecting it to be larger, but I think that's also because other products of this type, like the Patrick Tar blushes, I'm sure there are other brands, but most people know the Patrick Tar ones. They are large. They're quite large and they are hefty sort of packaging as well. Glaminatrix is an Australian-owned brand. They are an indie brand and they are quite small. I believe that there's only 2 people actually, there. So if you're ordering from them, you will need to wait a couple of days typically for the orders to be shipped. So if you decide that you want to order from them, just be aware that it will take a little bit longer than larger companies. So I think what I'm going to do is, because I've got a cream and a powder, I'm wondering if I might do the cream on one side and the powder on the other side and see how they compare formula-wise. Oh, actually, we'll do swatches first. So, it feels very creamy in the thing. Oh, it's kind of balmy. Like it's sheerer than I expected. So that is the cream. Okay, that's the balm or the cream, and then this is, oh, that feels really nice and velvety, and that is the powder. I'm just going to dip this straight in the top. Ooh. Oh, that is nice. So it's not too pigmented, which I appreciate. It has got a decent amount in it, but it's not, you know how sometimes if you kind of load the brush up with the product, it can look really intense. It is not doing that at all. Oh God, that's a pretty shade. Now it is quite tacky on my skin, but it is a cream blush as well. I love that shade. I'm just gonna let it dry down a little bit, or see if it does dry down. But that just blended so easily, like it was effortless to apply. One thing I am a little bit concerned about is that if you have a bigger brush, or if you're just messy like me, you might actually interfere with the powder. Like you might accidentally put the cream into the powder. I just had to wipe some cream off here because I got it everywhere. So you may have to be a little bit careful with that, but it's not too bad. Now for the powder side, what am I going to use? I'm just going to use this brush. I'm just going to sort of load it up, I guess, tapping excess off on the back of my hand. Love the shade on that one as well. There is a tiny little bit of kick up in the pan, but I mean that's like pretty much every other product. I did tap the excess off on the back of my hand as well. That's just what I prefer to do with powder blushes because I've been burnt before with them. Yeah, that's really nice. Even though they look different in the pan, once you've got them on the cheek, they pretty much look the same. I would say that this side is probably a little bit more blended, a little bit more seamless, whereas this side I do have a bit more pigment. But the actual shades are surprisingly very, very similar once they're actually on the face. This is still tacky on this side, but it's a cream blush. I wouldn't expect it not to be. This side is obviously not because it's a powder blush. But in terms of like pigment, blendability, all of that, I'm really, really impressed. The cream side just like blended in like a dream, and I mean you saw how easily it blended. This side as well, it just looks really pretty. And this is my type of blush as well. This is the type of blush shade that I prefer. I feel like I did go a little bit heavy-handed on this side, but I mean I'm not mad about it. Just tap that out a bit. There we go. The powder side does have a little bit of a sheen to it. Yeah, you can sort of see there. Now, I don't know if it's just the light hitting it or whether it is actually a little bit patchy, but can you see this spot here that kind of looks like it has nothing on it? I think that fixed it. I think it's just my face, to be honest. I am just going to take a tiny bit more and add. Oh, it's buildable too. That's nice. Yeah, that's fine now. I think I just kind of overdid it in that one spot and removed a little bit of it off. But the cream side is definitely buildable. This I can already tell is buildable. So I'm just trying to have a look. I mean, texture-wise, they look pretty similar. Because this isn't a matte blush, I would say that this has, yeah, it definitely has a little bit of luminosity to it. Because of that, they look very similar finish-wise. First impressions-wise, I am really impressed. I think this looks gorgeous. Neither of them are super pigmented to the point where they're unusable, and they're not the kind of blushes where you need to take care while using them. You know how sometimes blushes can be just too pigmented that you have to be aware of how you're applying them. You just have to be a little bit more mindful about how you're using them. You don't really have to do that with this. They blend into the skin seamlessly, really user-friendly. Yeah, I don't know anything about wearability because obviously I only just put them on, but from a first impression standpoint, I'm very impressed. I really, really do like these. The only issue that I could see happening is if you get a little bit messy with the cream blush, it could go into the powder one and potentially cause hard pan. But I mean, I don't know. I'm not going to purchase another one just yet because I have a lot of blush that I need to get through, but definitely one that I would recommend on a first impression standpoint. Alrighty guys, that is it. Thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a like and also subscribe if you haven't already. I would very much appreciate that. If you made it this far, thank you very much, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.